Greetings and welcome back to Cardano Coin, where you can find the most latest and fascinating ADA news. You can enter to win 1000 ADA by watching the entire video, upvoting, subscribing, and leaving a comment that says Cardano is king. The winners will be chosen the following month and announced on the channel's community page. Please read the description to learn how to win a nano ledger before we begin the movie. Shamov was questioned about his choice in an episode of the All In podcast during which forecasts and cryptocurrency were discussed. What's this? He made a really memorable comment about Cardano. Peer-to-peer transactions and the dismantling of conventional railroads will originate in Africa. He was confident in Cardano's efforts, so why did he become doubtful about the coin? Cardano ADA holders are in for a big surprise because Shamal just stated that Cardano is on the verge of collapse. It is what? You discover out. Make sure to watch this video all the way through. Jamit Palihapitiya has become as one of the most well-known investors in recent years as a result of his special purpose acquisition firms. He gained notoriety when he used SPHC to introduce the public about Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic. He is a venture investing pioneer and a huge proponent of Bitcoin. The idea held by many ardent cryptocurrency investors is that Smart Things Bitcoin is an insurance policy against central banks and governments acting irresponsibly. He stated recently that Bitcoin makes more sense than ever before, adding, "I think of Bitcoin as the insurance policy I use to sleep easily at night, just in case the central banks and governments of the world walk on a landmine." According to him, macro trends could cause the price of the cryptocurrency to reach millions of dollars. Shamal also thinks that the economy is in trouble to the point where it might experience extreme deflation or inflation, which would increase the value proposition of Bitcoins and make them popular among Bitcoin beats. He does not appear to have yet followed decentralized finance. It was astonishing to see the billionaire investor's response when blockchain journalist Laura Shin asked him if he was following what was happening in DeFi. He shrugged and said he wasn't aware of it. The Ethereum and cryptocurrency community later made the shrug into a meme. "Even I have no idea what that is." He spoke. Perhaps this explains why he has doubts about Cardano, which is certainly focused on overcoming the recent collapse of the well-known cryptocurrency Terra Luna, which sent shockwaves across the cryptocurrency community. Investors suffered an estimated $40 billion loss as a result of the complete destruction of cryptocurrency, which had been ranked among the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap and appeared to have a bright future. While the suddenness of how it all fell apart is still under investigation, their blockchain projects are already using it as a guide for what not to do. Included in this is Cardano ADA, whose inventor only recently revealed how his group of developers is attempting to draw lessons from the Terra catastrophe and apply them to their cryptocurrency. Shamar, though, is certain that it will soon collapse. Despite the fact that most cryptocurrency investors look for digital assets that will increase in value quickly. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, does not place a high importance on that. He continues to express his goal for Cardano to be a practical option for people all around the world. As this utility develops, the asset's value might peak, but Hoskinson is clear that doing things well comes before investor profits. Cardano is currently trading at per token, a significant drop from its all-time high of $3.10. Holders of Cardano are probably tapping their fingers in anticipation of a possible upward price movement. Hoskinson and his team have convinced them that they are taking extra precautions to make their projects safer and less vulnerable to the type of damage suffered by former industry heavyweights before that occurs. Can Cardano ADA owners wait that long, though? What if tomorrow turns out to be right, as Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin claimed, exposing the inherent risks and overly complicated and automated cryptocurrencies? He continued by saying that other additional currencies are fundamentally faulty and doomed to fail. In the end, Cardano was among the worst performing assets during the crypto crisis, and things aren't getting any better. But does this ruling cover it? Since terrorism is no longer a threat, it is evident that many cryptocurrencies, like Ponzi schemes, are dependent on unsustainable development, leaving them particularly vulnerable to a rapid, long-lasting decline. In the future, there will probably be more digital asset explosions unless investors quickly rediscover their appetite for risk, which is fantastic. Consider it as a detox diet that will rid the market of dubious and unsustainable assets, which Cardano most certainly does not qualify for. Cardano, however, was one of the most targeted projects by scammers who increasingly use phishing to con unsuspecting clients. In the most recent 3 months, which ended on June 22nd, Cardano was the third most popular cryptocurrency project. 191 attempts were noted in, according to a URL scanner program called CheckFish. With 191 phishing pages, this puts Cardano in third place. Charles Hoskinson forewarned that platforms for phishing will keep growing because the ADA is expanding last year. Surprisingly, despite the steep collapse in the cryptocurrency market, the problem has only become worse. Meanwhile, in just the first 3 months of 2022, cybercriminals not only earn from using cryptocurrencies, but they also succeed in doing so. Bitcoin is still worth roughly $330 million to online scammers. The Federal Trade Commission claims. This demonstrates that Cardano is not only in danger of failing, but also that safety is in jeopardy. Early investors were still in a comfortable situation when the crash hit. However, the sharp drops in value became particularly severe and dangerous for investors who purchased cryptocurrencies during the price boom of last year. The decline in the value of cryptocurrencies is a result of a broader turn away from risky investments as a result of rising interest rates, inflation, and economic uncertainty. A significant percentage of Cardano's value was lost during this bear market, and the situation was made worse by the whale's large withdrawals of millions of dollars, which is reflected in the rapidly declining market cap for Cardano. The Fed restrictions, which were intended to address the inflation issue, are the main reason why Cardano whales are selling. However, it seems that there are additional motivations driving Cardano whales to abandon initiatives. The fact that the cryptocurrency industry is rapidly developing and more projects are being launched every day is no longer news. These new and current initiatives are appealing, and whales chose them since they didn't want to risk their money. Institutional investors have at last moved forward following an effort at market recovery. Surprisingly, it's not what we anticipated from them. Despite the entire market collapsing and losing billions of dollars, institutions have seen inflows of $247 million. Ethereum took the heat of the bearishness, turning the tables over Bitcoin also had slipped to its lows, while at the same time Ethereum only observed outflows, while no other asset clearly noted inflows high enough to take Bitcoin's place. This is interesting because for most of the year, Bitcoin, which is successfully fitted in and Tomas preferences, was one of the most preferred assets witnessing the most inflows. Cardano is undoubtedly the cryptocurrency that institutions prefer because it has sought to go against Jamit forecasts. Recall that we indicated previously that Shamar is ignorant of decentralized finance, one of Cardano's influencers and areas of adoption. These are just a few of the variables that could make Cardano a $1 million coin. Cardano, like all other cryptocurrencies, is a blockchain platform that enables systems and apps, but it's still in its early stages. DeFi platforms like Cardano have seen tremendous demand. Since Cardano is a decentralized cryptocurrency, it has already started programs to give unbanked people access to finance in various parts of the world. Anyone with an internet connection can buy and trade cryptocurrencies, and that is all that is necessary to have access to Cardano, according to the Cardano protocol, which also announced a partnership with the utility government to use blockchain technology to improve education. If your nation's currency is debased or inflating quickly, you can now also avoid your broken fiat system. So, given this admitted advantage, how might Cardano collapse? However, ADA stands out as an exception. Some investors have been critical of the long-term prospects of cryptocurrencies. Cardano has numerous use cases, which is evidence of its sustainable value and any long-term growth strategy. It is capable of long-term survival perfectly fine. Since ADA has been through such a difficult time, things don't look good for ADA right now. But as of right now, it is impossible to draw any conclusions regarding a collapse or to pinpoint the precise moment of its breakthrough. Several signs point to Cardano's success, but it's unclear whether Jamit's claims will be proven. As always, share your thoughts on this in the comment area below. Additionally, be sure to use the subscribe and bell buttons.